Okay, good morning, everyone. It's 9:30. I'm going to call to order the Health and Human Services meeting of November 1st. Roll call, please.
Chair Renahan.
Here.
Vice Chair Swarzy.
Here.
Member Selman.
Here.
Member Chaplin.
Here.
Member Desart. Member LaPlante.
Here. All right, great. We have a quorum. Do we have any public comment?
No public comment.
Okay. So as I mentioned during our meetings last week, 211 is ramping up. So that's very exciting. The community presentations took place last week for nonprofits, and testings have been going underway. I am informed that there's going to be a press conference on 11:15. Is it 11:30 a.m.? 11:30 a.m. So clearly all of you are invited to be there, because this is kind of began here, right? So I got a deck on what that presentation was, Gina, I think from you, and I think I'd like to send that around to the whole committee, just so we know exactly what 211 does, which, you know, it basically connects people of, whether it be crisis or, you know, they need food or, you know, just kind of social services. So exciting time, but just so everybody can learn a little bit more on their own time about it. So secondly, thanks to Dawn Desart, who serves on the board of DuPage Housing Authority. I had the opportunity to meet Sharon Corbett. So she's the executive director of DuPage Housing Authority. So she's going to talk to us a little bit about what they do in affordable housing. So thank you for being here today. So sending good thoughts to Mary Keating, who I think is going to be on today's Zoom. She had a little injury, so wishing her well.
I'm here, thank you.
And so Mary did let me know, I guess there's a really nice op-ed in the Daily Herald, so maybe we can get a copy of that to also send around to the committee, talking about the great work of the transformational grant. So again, thanks to this committee for all the support on that. I will take a motion to approve the minutes of Tuesday, October 18th. Motion in a second. Any questions or additions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. I'll take a motion on HHSP 0304-22, recommendation for approval of contract purchase order to Home Depot for the care center, cleaning, chemicals, housing supplies, November 8th, 2022 through October 31st, 2025, not to exceed $189,000.
Second.
The motion in a second. Any questions here? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. Take a motion on HHSP 0305-22, recommendation for approval of contract to WSP USA Design Inc. to provide professional architectural and engineering design services for the modernization and upgrade of the Kenneth Moore DuPage Care Center facility, November 9th, 2022 through December 31st, 2026, not to exceed $1,806,300 partial ARPA. Second. Motion in a second. Any questions here? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Excellent. That passes. Take a motion HHSP 0306-22, recommendation for approval of contract to White Construction Services to provide construction manager and risk guaranteed maximum price method of delivery for modernization and upgrades of the care center, November 9th, 2022 through December 31st, 2026, not to exceed $29,693,700 partial ARPA item.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Tim, I think we should say a few words. We've got a $20 million item here.
Sure. You know what, this has been an exciting project. It's we showed you the photos. The need is clearly there, and we truly appreciate your support. We started this journey years and years ago, but in November we went out on the street to try and select the architect and the builder. We're going right now. Our plan is to bid out the north building, which is about 40% of the work, in about 30 days. We anticipate construction will start in about the March timeframe. So assuming that it's the pleasure of the board to approve this next Tuesday. So we really do appreciate your support, and we're ready to get dirty and hit it hard.
Thank you. Any questions from the board? I do have a question a little bit about, we talked about supply chain and how, you know, money flows or increases. What's your anticipation?
The one thing we're seeing is ebbs and flows. You remember back in the day, lumber skyrocketed, lumber's reasonable. Doors right now are concerned. The other one is long lead times. The nice thing is that our architect and our builder are both very good at this work. So they know where the long lead times traditionally are. For example, with doors right now, we're going to have a very long lead time, so we will work around that. We're proposing to reuse the frames in the north building So we can work around that piece while the floor is closed, and when the doors come in, we can put them in literally when we're 90% done if we need to. So we'll be working around that as best we can. I think generally it's getting better, but it's new stuff that falls off all the time. That is great, 18 months. You know what I mean? So we know that, and with the builders, they know where these issues are. So it is a juggling act, and it makes it more exciting.
I like your point of view. Any other questions from this committee? All
And I
right,
do want to thank Janelle and Eddie. They've been fantastic. So we're actually assisting them with all their needs. So we're trying to get everything we can. So thank you.
exciting project. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Great, excellent, passes. I'll take a motion on budget transfer item 7, which is to transfer from contingencies to indirect cost reimbursement for covered
Second.
shortages for the care center, 14,000. The motion in a second, yes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. Move some travel requests. I'll take a motion on 8A. This is overnight travel weatherization assessor, go to basic training and take a test in Champaign, January 9th to the 13th, 2023, $1,495.05.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. 8B, I'll take a motion on weatherization assessor to go to WHAP soft skills training in Springfield, December 7th and 8th, 2022, $554.23.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. Take a motion on 8C, weatherization assessor to go to mandatory soft skills training in Springfield, November 16th and 17th, 2022, $493.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. Take a motion on 8D for the weatherization coordinator supervisor to go to mandatory soft skills training in Springfield, December 7th, 2022, $338.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. I'll take a motion to receive and place on file informational item 9, which is pursuant to DTR 306A-22. Vehicle replacement purchase orders for community services authorization have been issued through Hagerty Ford,
So moved.
$83,787.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
That is received and placed on file. I do not see any residency waivers. Do we
No
have
residency waivers.
No. All right, with that, we'll move on to Janelle Chadwick and DuPage Care Center update.
Good morning. This is Anita. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I'm here for the care center today. I will start off with the construction update. Thank you, Tim, for that. We have, since we already moved the residents off of 4 North, which is where the construction is going to start, we have been able to do a detailed evaluation of the space with members of the architectural team, the construction management team. We've been able to make adjustments to some of the drawings just to make sure that the new design is in line with the regulations. We also had a meeting with IDPH October 25th to basically figure out what next steps are and timelines for submissions. So things are moving forward and we are really excited about that. The staff's excited, the residents are excited. So this is a good thing for us, waiting for us in the new year. In terms of survey, we're still waiting for our survey team to come out. They should have come out in October, but we'll see. It's only 9:30, so they could come today. They usually show up around 10:30, so we will see. We are currently on outbreak status. This weekend, we had 2 employees that turned positive. And as a result of this, we have 2 units that are on quarantine right now. We have started the initial round of testing. We have no positives from this round of contact tracing at this time. I also wanted to alert you about some new guidance we've gotten from IDPH on Friday. Basically, they are aligning with the CDC and CMS guidance. This pretty much impacts everything, right from vaccination status, testing, quarantining, etc. So currently, there's a lot to process, so we are reviewing all of that. Meanwhile, this guidance is still being approved at the IDPH level. So until IDPH approves it, we will follow our current policy related to infection control. So with that, that is all I have for today.
Great, thank you. Member Salmon has a question.
Thanks,
Yes.
Anita. Could you just give us an update on how the COVID boosters are going? I know you were working on it during our last meeting.
Yes, so that
Someone else.
continues. Every Wednesday, the health department is here. We do about 50 patients at a time. So that's been going really well, actually. We have a few people, we still have to, in terms of our residents, we still need to get in and educate. We continue to do that as we get refusals, nursing and our social work team gets in there to try to figure out, what the reservations are, but that is actually going very well.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
We also have, just along that, we also have another clinic scheduled for our staff for flu and COVID on November 9th. We are doing that in partnership with Jewel Osco.
Is flu going okay for you? I had seen some reports that the flu season's already a little rougher than we've had in prior years.
Yes, that's what we're hearing too, but I'm gonna knock. I hope you can all hear that. We haven't heard anything yet. Yeah.
We'll knock with you. Thank you so much, Anita.
Yep, no problem. Thank you.
Any other questions from the committee? All right, well, thank you, Nita.
Thank you.
Exciting time for the Care Center.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Mary Keating, Community Services update.
Good morning. I don't really have any updates. I just want to thank the team. They're going to have to hold down the fort. I'll be out of the building for a little bit. Sharon, I'm looking forward to hearing your comments. And so I think I'll just allow the meeting to proceed on to the DHA update. Thank you.
All right, take care of yourself, Mary.
Thanks.
All right, with that, Sharon, come on over here so we can see you. So Mary can see you.
Mary, you get a
Yes.
chance to officially meet me. Well, first and foremost, I really want to thank everyone for inviting me out. As you know, I'm the new executive director for DuPage Housing Authority. Technically, we can say I've officially transitioned on towards the end of June. So again, look forward to working with each and every individual. So on today, I really wanted to talk about DuPage Housing Authority, like what do we do? And then most importantly, your role for DuPage County and then the vision going forward too as well. So I have a few notes. I couldn't remember all of this, but I'll make it quick, right? And so, DuPage Housing Authority, we are located at 711 East Roosevelt Road at Wheaton, Illinois. So directly up the street. If you ever need to reach us, I'm always available, and so is my team too as well. So what do? We're primarily known for being a public housing authority. So we're one of 3,300 public housing authorities within the United States. Our primary focus for our agency isn't necessarily public housing, but we're primarily a Section 8 program, so that technically means housing choice voucher program, in which we issue vouchers to participants. They go out and they seek those opportunities too as well. Also, what's a part of the Section 8 program, that funding source is project-based vouchers, DASH vouchers for veterans too as well, emergency housing vouchers. So those are just some examples. So right now, as of today, we have about approximately 3,200 vouchers total. That's pretty small. And the reason why I'm saying that that's small, when you think about DuPage County, we're finding we have so many individuals that are truly seeking to relocate out here. So when you look at the demographics for those that are on our wait list and some of the studies in which you all have done, we're finding that we have an increased populations of seniors, our elderly population, ages 62 and older, that are highly seeking to relocate to DuPage. In addition to that, individuals that are families too as well, mothers with children, fathers with children. We're also looking at grandparents with children too as well, and those with disabilities. So what's happening right now, we have an extensive wait list pipeline of individuals that are seeking housing. And unfortunately, we do not have enough housing supply to really close the gap on housing insecurities. So I'm here today to tell you about some great initiatives that I'm going to be launching for DuPage Housing Authority, but this is going to take a major collective, the synergy with also DuPage County as well. So for example, I've been engaging HUD. We report to HUD, we're federally obligated to HUD based upon regulatory compliance too as well, and the great funding that they provide to us. So as a result, for 2023, you can anticipate between the second quarter or the third quarter of 2023 that I'm going to be seeking MTW. So that's moving to work funding. So that's above and beyond. So what does that mean for DuPage? So right now, when you think about the Section 8 program, housing choice voucher program, you receive a certain amount of subsidy, right? Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, it's $1,000 for a unit. Hypothetically speaking, I just want to put that out there. Well, with MTW, now we have the flexibility to go above and beyond. So maybe we get a chance to make this voucher, it's now worth 150%. Chicago Housing Authority, and we're not CHA, has done this too as well, right? And so what they found and other housing authorities have discovered is that when you have an opportunity to increase the subsidy, now you're attracting way more landlords, owners, and developers who really want to do business here in DuPage and actually can create a pipeline of housing opportunities for all. But in addition, think about those individuals that are seeking to relocate to DuPage County. It's quite expensive. And so now this subsidy is worth so much more, so we can attract a larger population too for those that want to reside in DuPage County. So just know that that's one of the initiatives that's going to come place for fiscal year 2023 between the second and third quarter. Already had the conversations with HUD. I think it's going to be a goal, but there are some internal things that we're working on and some additional strategic initiatives too. Another initiative I really wanted to focus on was the first quarter of 2023. If we're really serious and we're saying, hey, we really want to close this housing insecurity gap, right? We really want to provide a more affordable housing within DuPage County. How are we going to get there? And what are the processes like? So what I'm doing right now at the Housing Authority and also with our team too as well, is that we're working on a launch of this new, I call it the developer application. It's something that I rolled out in Chicago when I was running the Housing Authority there as their Deputy Chief of Operations. This application is an opportunity outside of your traditional RFP process. We're still gonna have RFPs, but this is an application that basically engages any and everyone that's out there in the universe that's saying, I wanna do business in DuPage. Maybe I own real estate, maybe I own a building, maybe I have something that's turnkey, maybe it's land we wanna donate to, and so forth too as well. And those are opportunities for us to truly start engaging in these opportunities, right? So I'm trying to really create a pipeline going forward, that vision, because we also understand that when you look at new construction, it can take anywhere to 3 to 5 years to technically get something off the ground. And that's from, you know, the purchase process, the subsidy layering process too as well, the permitting process, and then that initial construction process. And so the final thing I want to talk to you all about is that if you know anyone that has project-based voucher units that may serve on a board, that are developers, business owners too as well, that are truly looking to give back to those that are in need from affordable housing standpoint, guess what? I'm welcoming all who actually, because we're trying to create a pipeline. We're trying to create a pipeline and say, give us what you have. Wait, let me be clear. Don't give us anything, but give us things that are most definitely beyond decent, right? And so you got to reimagine affordable housing. It needs to be marketable. If you're not willing to live there, I don't want individuals in our program to live there. If you're not willing to put your parents there, we don't want individuals to live there either too as well. So I want something that's most definitely affordable. It needs to be competitive from a market standpoint too as well, but we need to continue to service those that are seeking to live and reside in DuPage County. So that is what I wanted to chat with you all on today. We have a lot of initiatives. Any questions for me? I'm so ready for those questions. I was ready today. I'm kidding. Go ahead. Yes, absolutely.
Not a question, just a statement. Fantastic presentation. And congratulations on your new position.
Thank you so much.
We look forward to working with you.
Oh, absolutely. I look forward to working with you all too as well. Thank you.
Any questions?
Mary?
Mary, any questions?
I had to rush through that. All right.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just have so many ideas about what your, you know, what your initiatives are. I'm thrilled to hear that you're proposing that DuPage become a moving to work housing authority. I think that just opens up so much flexibility. There's so many new opportunities. It's really exciting. I really apologize that we don't have the opportunity to meet in person today. To your right is Dave McDermott, who's our Administrator of Community Development. I know he'd be happy to have a conversation with you, but I think specifically our home ARP funds, we've got to come up with a plan probably by the spring of next year of kind of what we want to do with those. And I think we're also interested in really reaching out to developers to see what opportunities there are. And so I think between the funding that we get from HUD and the, you know, the opportunities that you get from HUD, I think there's some great possibilities. So
Great synergy.
yeah, right. So I'm disappointed I didn't get to meet you in person today, but I'm excited about the opportunities, and we'll connect soon.
Thanks again, Mary. Totally appreciate it. I'll get with you, Dave. We can start meeting right now to be exact. Okay. Thanks once again. If no other questions, again, I will have my contact information available for everyone too as well, but hopefully I'll come out to some more meetings too. So thanks again.
Great. Well, thank you for being so proactive. I mean, I think this is what we want to be hearing. I know affordable housing is a buzzword that we talk about a lot, but I mean, it looks like you're really ready to take it to the next level, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
So thank you. Do we have any old business? Do we have any new business? Take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, great, thank you.